Was it a bit frustrating tonight with Padley just not being willing to play ball?
Nah, it ain't frustrating. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He was supposed to come in here, give it his all, make sure that he make it to the 12th round. That's what he was trying to do. So I succeeded at my job, and he tried to do his job.
I imagine that Tank was tweeting LOL because it took you so long to get rid of him, but you didn't prepare for him. Did you have any idea how he was going to fight or what his style would be before the first bell rang?
Nah, I actually really ain't watch him that much, but once again, Tank's style, he's a power puncher. He's a guy that's trying to knock you out. I'm a guy that's trying to break you down, pick you apart, win. If the knockout comes, it comes. So two different styles, but I'm better than him at the art of boxing.
And obviously, you and Tank have your disses here and there, but you kind of alluded to it a couple of seconds ago. Is there deep down respect for each other?
I got respect for his game. I don't got respect for the person. I think he's a clown.
Hey, last one.
How can they make that fight happen, Shakur?
Turkey got all the money, so put the biggest fight on. I mean, let's negotiate. I think both of us could make a lot of money, and I'm ready to make it happen.
You Tank?
Huh?
Who's gonna be with you on this fight?
I don't know. You gotta see.
Who would you say is more accomplished in the sport, Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson?
Accomplished in the sport. What you a Shakur fan or something?
No, I said Lamont Roach or Shakur Stevenson.
Why you keep bringing up Shakur?
He's fighting.
Mad fighters out here. I'm fighting Shakur. I'm fighting Lamont. You keep bringing up Shakur. Get out of here. You from New Jersey or something?
No, I'm from here, from DC.
Yeah, what's the problem? That's probably why. I will fuck Shakur up and that nigga.
Now let's do this real fast. What did he say so wrong? What did that reporter say so wrong for Gervonta Davis to get so emotionally distraught? This is the stuff that be bothering me, right? That man ain't asked him nothing crazy. He just said something about Shakur. What, you a Shakur fan? No. It don't matter if I'm a Shakur fan or if I'm not a Shakur fan. The problem is this, or not the problem, the reality is this. The only two people in the division of lightweight that people want to see is Gervonta Tank Davis against Shakur Stevenson. So anytime you in the room with any reporter, Shakur Stevenson's name is going to pop up. Not Lamont Roach, not Terry Johnson, none of that. It's going to be Shakur Stevenson, because it's the only person that got a chance of beating you. That's the only person. So why you getting mad at the reporter for asking you a simple question? Why you getting all gun-ho on this? Tank, you a great fighter. Tank, we love you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing here. You are just a fighter that's so great, there ain't nobody been able to beat you, but we got somebody from Newark, New Jersey that we think could give you some problems. Is that offensive? Come on, man. That's not right. That reporter didn't deserve that, and stop being so pissed off. Fight him or don't fight him, retire, however you want to do it. I know you got a new child. I know you're tired of the game. I get it. I don't got no problem with you. But stop acting like somebody doing something wrong, because they're not. They're not doing nothing wrong by asking you that. The names in the lightweight division is Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Everybody else is everybody else, but they ain't y'all. And you can sit there and say, what has Shakur done? Shakur has never said, what have you done? Shakur speaks highly of him. Like, he a great fighter, he just can't beat me. That's what he say. You say, what has he done? He a pillow fisted. He don't got no defense. I mean, the whole fact of the matter is, okay, it's cool. Then put it all offense. Then and just beat him. He said you can't beat him. You saying it's easy work. Like you just said, I F them all up, right? Okay. Well, if you're gonna do that, then do that. But don't get mad at the reporter for asking a question that everybody is asking, because they work for a company that's telling them the questions to ask. Come on, man. Like, that ain't right. Stop that. Fight or don't fight. All right? And I just wanted to say that real fast, because it's important that we get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, boxing is crazy. you know, everybody want to be at the top, but then when people talk about the other people at the top, then it's like they don't want to talk about the top, the other top. There's other people up there that's trying to be the numero uno, and based on numbers, how much money, of course, Tank, you got you hands down, you got it. All right, Shakur Stevenson can't mess with you on numbers. Money, no. Okay, sellouts, no. Right, because you got that electrifying power that puts everybody out. But a person that, like, let's say this, Tank. Let me say this, because you're underrated about your boxing skills. People only look at your power like Mike Tyson, but they underrate your boxing skills, or how great you are at defense, how good you are at, you don't throw a lot of punches, right? Because the only reason why you don't throw a lot of punches is because you're calculating. And then when you calculate, you attack and you achieve. Every time. Frank Martin, everybody. You chill. You be relaxing. Rolly Romero. Rolly think he doing something. You like, okay, cool. Get out of here. Just like that. That's what you do. That's a great thing, right? So your boxing skills is underrated. So is Shakur's. You understand what I'm saying? So is Shakur's. Everybody only want to talk about the fist. He ain't punched like this. He ain't. Well, when you gonna talk about what he is? Your rival that you haven't even stepped in the ring with yet. Because you and Shakur can possibly be the Bivol better be. What they do? Hey, the two top people at 175 is Arthur Betterby and Dimitri the Bivol. They fought first fight. They gave to Arthur Betterby. I thought Dimitri won it. But then what I said in my last video, we ain't gonna go into it all the way. I'll talk about that later. But then, rematch, Bivol wins. Could be a trilogy now, right? So, in this first fight, when y'all fight, y'all ain't never fought. So, it's a possibility that either one of y'all can win, Either one of y'all can win, right? So, if you knock Shakur out, there is no rematch, right? We go to decision. I'm sorry, but I'm never going to go against Shakur in the 12-round fight, okay? If you smart, you don't do stuff like that, okay? So, Shakur is going to win the decision, right? But then, now the rematch comes. Then, you come with more zeal, whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the real. And I'm just throwing out narratives here, so this ain't me saying you're gonna lose to Shakur. I'm saying that if it go to decision, you're gonna lose. But within them 12 rounds, with that electrifying power you got and the smarts and the skills you got to stay, because you don't get hit like that either, that much. You get touched a little bit, but these people weren't, first of all, we ain't got to worry about getting touched like that, because I ain't worried about Shakur knocking you out. Shakur can't knock you out. If you do, I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, and then I got a whole nother thing to say. You feel me? But I don't see that. You know what I mean? I see Shakur winning by decision. I see you winning by knockout. That's it. But have the fight, please. Just have the fight. Just have the fight. You know what I'm saying? You had a fight with him, and then we get to see. Where everything that you saying in every interview about what Shakur or not, you'll be able to prove in one night. 36 minutes, if it goes to 36 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? 48 if you want to count the minute rounds where you sitting down, whatever. That's how you're gonna find out. So just let's not do that, all right? And I'm saying this because this fight need to happen and stop. Just stop, Tank, because you great. and I got a lot of respect and love for you. But don't act like Shakur don't deserve to fight you. Because he does. Because he's earned it. Just like you earned it. Y'all both earned it. You're giving it to Lamont. You grew up with Lamont. DC, all this stuff. You grew up with Lamont Roach Jr. And you giving him an opportunity. And you may annihilate him. If your spirit is still in the game like that, you're gonna annihilate him, right? And then what? So let's say I'm asking a question now. If or when, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say if, because Lamont Roach ain't no pushover. Okay, people act like he is, but he's not. Lamont Roach is not a pushover. But if you beat him, you and Shakur fought a week apart. I ain't never seen that before. That's never happened in y'all career. So Shakur fights February 22nd, and you fight March 1st of the exact same year. And then we got the rest of 2025. Who you gonna fight? Shakur. Who you gonna fight? I don't want to see Shakur fight nobody else, and I don't want to see Tank fight nobody else. I want y'all to fight each other. All right? And I'm only saying this in a way because every time I see an interview with you, Tank, you always saying, what has he done? You know, it's like it's always a reason why you shouldn't fight him. And Shakur keeps saying, we should fight. So then that means somebody want to fight and somebody don't. That's what it looked like. I could be wrong. The world could be wrong. But that's what it looks like. Because I'm listening to excuses from you. And I ain't hearing no excuses from Shakur. I heard something about this old contract that was sent. I'm not in the room. I don't be negotiating. I ain't Eddie Hearn. I ain't Leonard Ellerby. I ain't none of that. So I don't get into the semantics of it when it come down to contracts being sent and people saying, oh, I sent a contract, but I ain't get it, or whatever. I ain't trying to hear all that. Fact of the matter is this: you want to fight somebody, fight them. This is what I don't like. At the end of fights, they always ask, so who you want to fight next? Oh, you know, whoever my promoter put in front of me. I mean, I just fight. I don't do that. No, get out of here. And I'm not saying this about you, Tank. I'm not saying it like you do this. I'm saying this is what fighters do the most. Every time. You already know who they want to see you fight. So when they ask you, if you in control of your career, since you are the career, because your promoters and all of them, they gonna promote you, they gonna make money off of you, gonna do all that. But you the owner of your business, because you are the business. Somebody asks you who you want to fight or whatever. Hey, if you want to fight Shakur, or if Shakur want to fight Tank, be like, hey, I want to fight. Like, look, Tank next. Like that's what's making Keyshawn Davis so highly respected, and you can see the realness in him, because even if he didn't win the fight, after the fight, you ask him who you want to fight. Hey, I want that light skinned dude. I want the Tank. I want the top. I want the. You don't call out names, because it ain't about my promoter. It's about me. This is who I want. This is who I think I'm gonna beat. Floyd Mayweather when he was young. Yo. First promoter, he did the same thing, calling out people, like saying who he want. Just he was under Bob Arum, and Bob Arum was like, oh no, he ain't getting that. You understand what I'm saying? So, nah, man, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Say what you saying, like say who you want to fight, and the people that's supposed to work for you better make that fight. That's it. There is nobody at 135 better than you and Shakur Stevenson, and you know that, and Shakur know that, and everybody that's on this earth that know boxing know that. It's Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. And Tank, you're the A side. Shakur is the B side. Okay? Hands down, nothing, no questions, none of that. So if it's 60-40 or whatever y'all want to do, Shakur is the B side. You the A side when it comes down to boxing. When it comes down to that weight division, Tank, you the A side. So just fight him. And prove that you can break his defense. And let's see if he can break your offense. That's the reason why boxing exists. But what you just did in that interview was unnecessary. What you get mad at that man for? You a Shakur fan or something? For what? If I am a Shakur fan, so? Fuck you asking me that for? Answer the question. Your name is going to be forever tied to Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur Stevenson's name is going to be forever tied to you. So when Shakur does his interviews, he don't talk like you talk. He don't even disrespect you. Call you great fighter. I just don't think he can beat me. So what you tripping about? You don't want to fight him, don't fight him. But I'm just trying to tell you, that's your nemesis. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather name was connected to Pacquiao. Pacquiao was connected to Floyd. Every interview Floyd had, Pacquiao name came up. Every interview that Pacquiao had, Floyd Mayweather name came up. Why? Because there was nobody else that anybody wanted to see fight at that weight class other than them two. Because everybody knew Pacquiao was better than everybody else. Floyd Mayweather was better than everybody else. I already knew that Pacquiao had no chance against Floyd. But everybody else thought he did. He threw 1,000 punches, whatever. You're not against a defensive fighter. And so, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about the ties of the names. You know what I'm saying? It always happened. Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, right? When you say certain names, you're going to get another name. Mike Tyson. No, it ain't Buster Douglas. Mike Tyson nemesis is Evander Holyfield. Right? Because throughout that whole time when Mike Tyson was in his prime, everybody was talking about Evander Holyfield, and even Lennox Lewis. Right? But they wasn't having a fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, whatever. But the name is connected. They know who can give you problems. They know who ain't scared of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. You saying Michael Spinks, coming from light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But, nah. He ain't ready for no Mike Tyson. But we know who he is. You said, like, this has been boxing forever. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. Every time you say one name, you gotta say the other, right? Because George Foreman is one fight. Joe Frazier is 3. Because everybody knew that Joe Frazier, no, he wasn't as skilled as Muhammad Ali, but his determination was determination. You're not beating me. He won the first, he lost the last 2. You understand what I'm saying? And that's championship boxing. You slept in front of Calvin Ford gym to learn this game. You did this, like, I mean, like, all the things you did, like, it's so well respected, so appreciated, and that's determination, that what you did to become who you are. Because you are that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope. If anybody try to take away who you are or say you ain't this, you ain't that, I got a problem with them. Because Tank, you great. But that's my problem with you, is that you don't want to recognize greatness on the other side. Because Shakur great too. And if he ain't great like you think he ain't great, then show he ain't great by fighting him. You retire without that fight, I'm sorry. I'm not going to blame Shakur. I'm going to say it's a fight that never happened, but I ain't going to blame Shakur. Same way I wasn't gonna blame Floyd. When in 2009, when they first supposed to fight, Floyd said, "Hey, look, we're gonna do USADA," and Pacquiao said no, and it wasn't no random drug testing for PEDs at the time. Then, everybody, oh, well, he just scared, blah blah blah. But he ain't say you take a test and I don't. He said we both get random drug testing, and Pacquiao backed out. Now, if Pacquiao never took the fight, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Then it'd be like, okay, well, if that fight never happened, I ain't blaming Floyd. I'm blaming Pacquiao. But the general public gonna blame Floyd. Because, he was scared. No, he wasn't. He just ain't, when you know boxing, you know that you don't come from 98 pounds getting knocked out twice before you even hit at the lowest weight class ever. And then now you knocking everybody out every day at 147. What are you talking about? And not only that, you went to 135, fought at 135, and then you skipped a weight class. You didn't even fight at 140. You went from 135 to 147 to fight Oscar De La Hoya, and then you beat him. Make him quit in the 8th round. This is not normal. For you was smaller than anyway, and now you knocking out people way bigger than you. And weight classes matter in boxing because it ain't fat. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if heavyweights can be fat because there's no weight class there. I mean, it's a weight class, but there's no weight limit. Like, you weigh in, it ain't like you gotta, like, oh, I gotta be 210. Yeah, heavyweight, you can be 450. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to the lower weight classes, you gotta be under that weight. You know what I'm saying? So, he jumps up, goes to 147, and then he stops Oscar De La Hoya. Everybody like, oh, he did way better than even Floyd, because Floyd had to go to decision, and he made him quit. People don't be knowing boxing. People don't know nothing about not rematch clauses, but rehydration clauses, ring sizes, all these things. It's so many things that you can get an advantage on. You judges. Judges, you can get an advantage on. So come on, man. My whole point in this long, short conversation is just the world love you, Tank. You're a very exciting fighter. You know what I'm saying? I respect you, and I think that I think you are the best at 135. Next to Shakur Stevenson. Give him a chance. That's all I'm saying. Just give him a chance. Once he get that chance, if you think you can, execute him, execute him. I just don't see it because I don't see you hitting him. But we'll see. Regardless of the whole thing, that fight need to happen. Don't be offended because you're great. You the one that stepped in this ring and said, I want to be a fighter. Shakur is the one that stepped in the ring and said, I want to be a fighter. Y'all just so happen to be the best fighters at 135. And the world wants to see Gervonta Tank Davis against Shakur Stevenson. That's it. He need a nickname. You Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Slickum Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't hit him, slick him. You know what I mean? So whatever. Make the fight happen, or don't make the fight happen. But don't get mad at the reporters. Don't get mad at the world. Retire if you want to. Nobody's knocking that. If you got to retire, you feel like you need to, and you tired, okay, that's cool. But to me, it's not going to cement your legacy. Because Shakur Stevenson needs to be in that legacy. Period. That's just it. So with that being said, it's your boy, King G, with the Really Though podcast. And I'll see you in the next video. That's what we do.